the green zone, the most dangerous area in Helmand, and all of the vehicle crews must be extra vigilant to spot IEDs or any insurgent activity. And with a convoy as large as this, we're very exposed to any possible Taliban contact.
Well, Kai Lark's here to tell us more about that. Kai, what further details do you have?
Well, the road where the attack happened, Squires Hill, is a well-trodden running route for military personnel based at RAF Marham. It's very close to the married quarters.
Well, One Royal Welsh are operating around Nadi Ali. That for them was the focus of Operation Moshtarak, and that's where these latest discoveries were made. I can't say exactly where we are at the moment, but we're not far from the Kuwaiti border, just inside Iraq. We're with the Royal Marines, who were taking supplies down to their troops in Qusar. Today is the latest in a long line of hearings to decide whether a fresh inquest would be granted into the death of Private Cheryl James. Well, this is the bazaar in the centre of Shawal. The fact that it is open and that people are trading does show that security has improved since Operation Moshtarak began. Well, this is the control room of the Al Rosa Russian submarine. We are the first foreign journalists ever to be allowed to film on board. Although this is a NATO rescue exercise, it's also an opportunity for Russia to show it's put the past behind it. The Millies are now in their third year, but they are very firmly on the military and celebrity calendar. Out here, there's a real frenzy going on, but inside, it's about the real heroes. Well, this is what it's all about. Approximately 80% of Iraq's GDP comes from its oil, and almost all of that comes from here, the Al Basra oil terminal. We've heard from a number of witnesses today who arrived at the gate that Cheryl was guarding on the morning that she died.
By deploying these troops back into Helmand, are we at risk, do you think, of being drawn back into a conflict there?
Well, I don't think so. I think...
Kai, tell us more.
Well, you may remember in 2014, the Al Swedi inquiry. It was a public inquiry set up to report on allegations that British soldiers had mistreated Iraqis, particularly civilians.
We've just made contact with the Portuguese submarine, what's known as mating. We're just over 100 metres below the surface of the sea right now. And if this was for real, the guys who are about to open this hatch might not know exactly what's going to greet them below, or how many casualties they could be dealing with. Commanders here are hailing this operation an extreme success. There's already talk of reconstruction and development projects.
So, just where does the heir to the throne stay when he visits Afghanistan? Well, this is it. I'm on one of the corridors for the Tier 2 accommodation. There are 10 of these blocks here in Camp Bastion, and this is the one where the Prince stayed last night. Just across the corridor are the ablutions, the showers and toilets, and just like everybody else, he would have had to have come out of his room and nipped across the corridor to use them. Now, this is the room where he stayed, and we can take a sneak peek inside.